10 to 6, on the border between the European Union and Belarus, hundreds of migrants are reported by Reuters to be huddling round campfires in freezing temperatures. Polish border guards are blocking their entry into the EU and accuse the Belarusian government of Alexander Lukashenko of using the migrants as political pawns. Poland and other EU states accuse Belarus of encouraging illegal migrants from the Middle East, Afghanistan and Africa to cross the border into the EU in revenge for sanctions already slapped on Belarus over human rights abuses. Elena Korosteleva is Professor of International Politics at the University of Kent, an expert on Belarus politics. Welcome, Professor. How are you?
Hello. Welcome. Hello, Eddie. Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Nice to talk to you. Now, what's your understanding of what's happening at the border? It sounds grim.
It is, absolutely. We have a crisis unfolding literally on the border with Poland, but also the Baltic states, Lithuania and Latvia in particular. And this is the crisis that haven't really been dealt with by the EU properly. The crisis that has been instigated by Lukashenko himself.
You're in no doubt this has been instigated by Alexander Lukashenko.
Absolutely. I believe it started back in the summer, possibly June, July, when I guess there was an agreement between Belarus government and so-called tourists from Iraq, Syria, Middle East, who would wanted to settle in Europe. And at some point, including recently, they were arriving in literally 2 full planes a week. If you can imagine, these are 400, 500 seater planes twice daily. So basically, we are having a crisis of refugees in Belarus at the moment, all of whom are aiming to get to Europe. Of course, now with the border literally enforced by Poland and Lithuania in particular, the wall being built, they're all stuck on the border.
What, in your view, has been wrong with the EU response so far?
Well, just imagine all these people who came to Belarus, of course, on their own pretense, hoping to be tourists, aiming to get to Europe, paying individually something in the range of 10 to 15,000 euro to Belarus government, and then when they're escorted to the border, and then they're left on that border because there is no way now they can get actually to Europe through Poland or Lithuania because of the walls built. So these people are left in their camps in absolutely inhumane conditions. And what we hear as response, of course, Poland and Lithuania, they're taking their own individual actions, but there is no really concerted response from the EU per se. There are talks about the fifth round of sanctions, but all we know that sanctions obviously take time, and sanctions are going to, at some point, to affect Lukashenko's regime. But there is nothing to address actually people's conditions on the ground. And we know that there are children, women and elderly there as well, camping on the border with Poland.
Professor, thank you. Elena Korosteleva, Professor of International Politics at the University of Kent.